I'll take the first one. I'm going to talk about a band that I'm positive we've definitely probably talked about these guys on here a couple times. It's one that I know you like as well. But there was definitely a time where if you cared about your credentials as a rock music fan, people would look down on you for liking this band, and that's Collective Soul. Um, and I I actually I listened to all of their albums, and I would say up through their out. I think it was like their seventh album, maybe afterwards. That was the last one that I like really listened to and gave a bunch of listens. After that, the next few I listened to like once and kind of checked out on them. But I will say for people like they just put out an album this year, a new album called Here to Eternity. And it's kind of a return to form. I told you, I said this is kind of like their dark matter. It kind of hitting on some of that essential like Collective Soul sound that I missed from some of those earlier albums. But Collective Soul sort of had this reputation as a wussy band, certainly like when we were like really like
Their
in the
dressing
90s.
style was kind of glam even, and
Yeah.
they seemed,
But between glam and like overly preppy, it was like this weird mix of those two elements in their style.
they were definitely more popular, more credibility than like Crash Test Dummies.
Yeah.
But they were not to be taken seriously when they first came out. Even no matter how many good songs they put out, and to hit the scene with Shine the way they did was just a huge hit. And then everything else after that, they kind of crossed over to adult contemporary, and that's just like the Scarlet Letter.
Yeah.
Who was the Scarlet Letter in the 90s.
A point of pride for me with them though was that they played Woodstock 98. Was that what year? 99? 99.
Woodstock 99.
Woodstock 99. Uh I was proud of them for getting that. Like, because at that time, like Woodstock 99 was loaded with a lot of like heavier bands. And I just thought it was kind of cool that they sort of were able to get on that stage. And I have a bootleg of their performance, and they killed it. They absolutely killed it that day. They did a fantastic job. Yeah, it's just one of those bands. Like, I don't know that I would ever say I was ashamed of them, but there were definitely times like I would tell people, people would ask you like, who are your favorite bands? You'd say Collective Soul, and you just get this really kind of look, because I think for a lot of people they were a one or two hit wonder band, but like they actually had like a decent amount of actual hits. Like if you really sit back and list them out and talk about, and like I said, like their first 4 or 5 albums all hold up over time. Like they're really solid.